Okay, for this demonstration, we're going to use the planer. This is kind of our little baby planer. We have the full-size one over there. We're not going to worry about it for this. So when you get your piece of lumber for your cutting board, you're going to use the joiner first. You're going to come to the planer after. So do not grab your piece of lumber and just automatically go to the planer. Make sure you join it first, and you join two sides. Remember your face and your edge. You get your nice square corner. Then we can go to the planer and we can run it down. When we get to this planer, two things. Make sure the power's on for our dust collector, and same thing as always, safety glasses gotta be on when we're using this piece. Now, there's not too many safety features on this machine, so it's kind of nice and straightforward to use. We have our in-feed table, so similar to our joiner. We have the out-feed table on the back, and in the middle we have our cutting. Those teeth are what's going to be cutting it, and that's what we talked about in our theory. So that's why it's important. If you have a piece less than 12 inches and you try and run it through here, it's going to get caught up in the middle, and we don't want that to happen. So make sure your piece is at least 12 inches in length. It's not less than 1 inch in width, and it's at least a ½ inch thick. So we went over all three of those dimensions, so we should be pretty good. Now, when we run this piece through the planer, how do you think our piece should be? Should it be flat, pointed up, or have the back down? Any guesses? I'm seeing a lot of flat. Clara? All right, Clara's saying up a little bit. Who agrees with Clara? Who thinks the back end should be up a little bit? We have a couple people. All right, so Claire's right. She's also our vet of the class because she had some woodworking last year. Now, yes, theoretically, flat does sound right, but for here, we want to bring the back end up a bit. Now, don't exaggerate it. It doesn't have to be that high. You want to go flush or flat and raise it up just a bit. Maybe like a 16th, an 8th, a quarter, just a little bit so the back end is up a bit. That's going to help it go through the planer a lot nicer, and you'll see at the end the smoothness of this piece. So when we're ready, remember we have our gauge here. This is the wheel I was talking about. One full spin is only a 1/16 of an inch off of the top. When we put this piece in, is it going to cut off of our top or the bottom on this machine? The bottom? Think about it. Is it going to cut from the bottom or the top?
The top.
The top. All right. All of our cutting in our head machine is at the top. So the bottom is just our nice flat table where it's in-fed. So when you grabbed your piece from the joiner, let's say this is the smooth side. This is the nice side from our joiner. What side does this go? Does it go down or does it go up? Yeah, it goes down. All right, the nice side goes down because you already cleaned it up. And now our top side is the rough side, so the planer is going to clean that up for us. So we know we want to take a 1/16 off. So one full revolution on here is our 1/16. You can double check. We have a gauge here. So right now, this is probably set to maybe 3/4 of an inch or 7/8. So we need to measure our piece first, and we have to check it. Savannah, do you mind grabbing me a measuring tape from there? So what we're going to do is we're going to measure our block first, and then we'll reduce it, thank you, by 1/16. So we measure the thickness of it, and right now we're at 15/16. So who's really good at math? What's 1/16 subtracted from 15/16? Who knows? Any takers? There? Yeah, 14/16, or how else would we say 14/16? What's a nice way to reduce that fraction? Cool? Yeah, 7/8. All right, so we're gonna go to our machine, and we want this set to 7/8. So right now, we are set to 7/8. And all we did was one full revolution. Make sure the handle's always at the bottom so the next person knows that's kind of your zero. So right now we're set to 7/8 and we're ready. So make sure our safety glasses are on, our dust collector's on, and we can go ahead and fire up the machine. That's the cutting teeth inside getting ready to take our piece off. So you're going to bring it in, raise it up a little bit, and it's going to naturally take the piece through. You're going to grab it. So you can see you don't have to put a lot of force into this. What it's going to happen is there's rollers on the inside. That's the in-feed table, and it's going to take that piece in automatically. It's going to cut a bit off in the middle, it shaves some off, and the out-feed table is the rollers pushing it out. So you don't actually have to get your hands anywhere close to the in-feed of the table. You want to make sure they're away and that your hands are back here as you're bringing it in. There's no need to have it anywhere close to the in-feed table. Sounds good? So now you just took off a 1/16 of your piece, and now you're ready to rock. So when you have your second piece for your cutting board, you're going to grab that as well and run it through the planer. There's any questions so far? Everybody good? Do we feel confident to go do our safety quiz? Yes. All right, let's go do our safety quiz, and then you'll do your demonstration after.